All right, today we're going to break down the marketing claims for a men's health supplement called ProstaVive. We're going to look directly at their source material and see exactly how they build their case. Okay, let's dive right in. So the whole marketing pitch for ProstaVive really kicks off with this one simple but very powerful question. By framing it like this, they immediately set their product up to be the one and only answer. And boom, there it is, the simple, confident answer they provide. This one sentence is basically the foundation for their entire strategy, and we're about to see exactly how they built on it, step by step. Okay, so to really get why ProstaVive is presented as the ultimate solution, first we have to understand the problem they claim to be solving. And the source material starts by tapping into what they describe as a very common and often unspoken concern for a lot of men. They really paint a picture of how daily life gets disrupted by these really specific, relatable issues. You know, from the physical frustration of weak urine flow and terrible sleep, all the way to the emotional side of things, like a decline in intimacy and confidence. This emotional angle is absolutely key to understanding why their product is positioned as a necessity, not just another supplement. So, once the problem is crystal clear, the marketing shifts gears. It moves right into its core scientific claim, what they present as a kind of modern breakthrough in understanding how prostate health actually works. And to make their claims sound authoritative, they don't just make some vague statement. They specifically anchor their entire argument to a 2023 study from Fukushima Medical University in Japan. This is a classic technique, right? It's all about building credibility and trust. So the study they keep mentioning apparently focuses on this idea: stromal cell proliferation. Now, that sounds pretty complicated, so the marketing material simplifies it for everyone, just defining it as a buildup of cells around the prostate. And this buildup is then singled out as the root cause of all the problems they're trying to fix. So how does ProstaVive claim to solve this? Well, they break it down into a really simple three-step process. First, support healthy blood flow. Second, help metabolize those extra cells. And third, ultimately, improve urine flow. It's presented as this clear, straight line to getting relief. Then, they add another layer to this whole mechanism. They link healthy blood flow to having optimal levels of nitric oxide. Now, nitric oxide is a really important gas our bodies use for signaling, and one of its biggest jobs is to tell the muscles in our blood vessels to relax, which, widens them and improves blood flow. It's presented here as a critical piece of their puzzle. Okay, so now that we get the how, let's take a look at the what. The marketing then takes us inside the potent scoop to show us the ingredients that supposedly make all of this happen. Before they just throw the whole list at us, it's really important to see how they frame the formula. They make a big deal about a synergistic effect, basically suggesting that these specific ingredients are way more powerful together than they would ever be on their own. And here they are, the 8 key herbal ingredients. Many of these have a long history in traditional medicine. The claimed benefits are pretty extensive too, covering everything from direct prostate health and sexual function to energy levels and even detoxification. And then, to round out the formula, they've included 3 essential minerals: zinc, which they link to sperm and libido, magnesium for better sleep and energy, and vitamin D for mood and sexual activity. And that completes their whole ingredient profile. So, we've seen the problem, we've seen the proposed mechanism, and we've seen the ingredients. Now let's look at how they package all of this up into a promise of not just relief from symptoms, but a complete transformation of your life. This quote just perfectly captures the aspirational language they use. See, the goal isn't just to fix a problem anymore, it's to help you become the sharpest, most vibrant, and energetic version of yourself. That is a really powerful emotional appeal. And the promised benefits go way beyond the initial problems they talked about. They're claiming improvements in everything from energy and memory to blood pressure and immune support. It's a picture of total wellness. And to encourage you to buy in bulk, they throw in 2 free digital bonuses if you get the larger packages: a smoothie guide to accelerate results, and a plan with tips for a healthy sex drive. These are, classic marketing tactics designed to boost the perceived value of the deal. We've covered the what and the why, so now let's get to the final piece of this marketing puzzle, the offer itself, which includes the price and the really important guarantee. The pricing is set up in 3 tiers. A single bottle will run you $79, but that price drops like a rock when you buy in bulk, all the way down to just $39 per bottle for the 6-month supply. It's all designed to encourage that bigger upfront purchase. But the most important number in this entire offer might not even be the price. It's this one right here, 180. What's 180? Well, that's the number of days in their money-back guarantee. They make it really clear. If you are not satisfied for any reason at all, you can get a full refund within 6 months. This is a super powerful tool meant to completely remove any financial risk for the buyer. So after breaking down this whole marketing pitch, from the problem they lay out to the solution they promise, we are left with the most important question of all. Look, the point here isn't to judge whether these claims are true or false. It's to ask yourself, how does this information, as they've presented it, align with your own health goals and your own research? And that, right there, is the key takeaway.